All right, all. Well, thank you for joining me. I'm so excited to tell you about Construction and what we at Cosentino are planning to do this year. I know Construction is a new event for a lot of people, and some people are old people from past Construction. So this is a new event. Get ready to see all about it. If it's a past event, get excited about some past Constructions and get excited to see what we're going to do in 2021. So on our team, I'm the team leader. My name is Layla. I'm the commercial DC rep for Cosentino. You can always reach out to me for silestone, decked in, natural stone, anything like that. If you have a project or that kind of stuff, I'm always here for you. Taylor Thomas is one of our team members. She helped with sketching. She's going to be helping with events. She's a local real estate agent and film producer. She's super nice and super creative and talented. I'm really honored that she's on our team. David Welk is also from Cosentino. He is the Baltimore metro area commercial Cosentino rep. So reach out to him if you need help with silestone, decked in, Cosentino products in the Baltimore metro area. We do have some more team members that have joined today, so that will be announced tomorrow or after Thanksgiving, so stay tuned. Here's a little bit about Construction. It's been going on for a long time, and it's about building beautiful structures out of cans, which then get donated. Back in 1992, Sherry Maleo developed Construction as a way to connect the community and create a way to drive engagement and also provide valuable resources to the community. It's actually an international competition now. It's held in over 135 cities, including the US, Canada, Australia, Hong Kong, and South America. It is a nonprofit, and basically the whole point of it is to create these beautiful can structures and impress people with our talent, our creativity, and also give back to our local community. So this year, Cosentino is teaming up with Construction and AIA and the Capital Food Bank to do Construction 2021 in DC. And when we do our competition, once we've built our Construction, we're going to be competing for one of the following awards, which can be Best Meal, Structural Integrity or Structural Ingenuity, Best Original Design, Most Cans, Best Use of Labels, and People's Choice Awards. Like I said, Construction is international. It helps to raise millions of pounds of food for local food banks. So this year it's with Capital Area Food Bank right here in the district. Construction is a global company, nonprofit company, and Cosentino is also global. So we're super excited for this year and any future Constructions. It's going to be a good year this year. Here's a picture of Capital Area Food Bank, some of their volunteers collecting food and doing a food drive. They're very committed to the DC area and supporting DMV families. We're so honored to be teaming up with them on this event and supporting them, as well as helping to raise donations and cans for the local DMV families that really need it this year. So if you wanted to see who really needs help in our area, take a look at this map. As you can see, there's a lot of people throughout the wards that need help, in addition to Montgomery County, Virginia, Crystal City. COVID has hit people very hard this year, and many families are struggling, people with children, elderly, and single families. So this year it's really, really important that we are partnering with this event so that we can help the community, especially since it's a year that we could not all have planned. But we're really trying, and we think that this event is going to help bring a lot of good food to people in the area that need it. Capital Area Food Bank is super committed. They usually run multiple events. They have volunteer drives. They also do in-house events. They do outdoor events during the summer. They're very committed to the DC area, and they're very integrated into the community, as well as supporting all facets of the area. And hunger does not care about where you live or who you are, or how old you are. It can impact anyone, and it can be a really serious problem that leads to long, life-lasting impacts. So Construction DC 2021 is coming, and we're, like I said, partnering with Capital Area Food Bank, a nonprofit. AIA DC is so generously helping to coordinate this event and helping all of the teams that are going to be participating. This is Cosentino's first year participating in construction in DC, so we're super excited. So you guys ready to see some constructions? We're going to take a look at a couple past ones and we'll go from there. So here you can see a really cute little burger, little shake, French fries, all made out of cans. It's a really cool opportunity to use your design skills and come up with something super creative. I went to a STEM college, so the double helix here definitely spoke to me. I thought it was very interesting. Construction is also usually has different themes, so sometimes it's food related, sometimes it's items or maybe a place. That's why you'll see a huge range of can structures. Here is another can structure. Here are a few teams. One of my infographics just moved, but you, if you could see behind it there, you can see that these constructions are usually really tall. This year our size is 8 by 8 by 8 feet, so it's definitely going to be pretty tall. We're going to be needing lots of constructors to join our team and help out. Back in 2019, Construction actually raised over $500,000 and donated over 2 million pounds of food, which is super, super impressive for a food drive and nonprofit event. Part of the reason why we at Cosentino are just super excited about this. We really want to get back to our community and support as many people as we can. Here are a couple other past ones. I personally love the gumball machine. I think it's adorable with the spilling out of the cans. It's super creative, and the pineapple as well with the textural and shaping is really nice. It's impressive what you can do with cans, especially since most cans you wouldn't think would make these kinds of crazy shapes and different structures. Here's one that actually won Best Use of Labels for Construction 2019. As you can see, it's very detailed. There's lots of color, there's lots of texture. They were super creative with the way that they created the genie and the lamp and also the background behind him. So when we're building our construction, it can be very up to us on how we make the structure come to life. So here's what we're going to be doing here in DC coming up in 2021. The theme is children's books, and we picked Paddington Bear. Many of you guys might be familiar with Paddington. He is a beloved English bear. Michael Bond is the author. Here he is sitting with Paddington in Paddington Station in London. Paddington came to life one day when Michael was shopping at Selfridges in London and saw a sad, lonely little bear sitting on the shelf, and he brought it back to his wife and so happened to call him Paddington since they live near the station. And later, 2 years later, he actually then penned the book A Bear Called Paddington, which was then illustrated by Peggy Fordham. Here's a picture of Paddington Station. This is in London. It's a huge train station with beautiful buttresses and great lighting, and it's a very, very cool space. I'm hoping one day to get back there again. It's such a cool area. So here you can see a picture that Peggy drew of Mr. Bond and his son, and she used this image to create a sketch, one of the original sketches for Paddington. I think it's very cool how she incorporated his son into the drawing as well. So here's Peggy. She was the first person to draw Paddington, and she then went on to illustrate many of the books in the series. One of the reasons that Michael Bond liked her so much was the way that she used line drawings and had a very kind of not normal or not orderly type of way. He thought that it made Paddington come to life in the best way, which is why she was allowed to illustrate many of the books in the series. So here's actually the first book, A Bear Called Paddington, with an original drawing. It's super cute. It's not what you would think when you think of Paddington Bear, especially since the movie came out just a few years ago. The story of Paddington is actually somewhat sad. So Paddington is from Peru, and Michael Bond describes him as coming out of a life of hardship. He's not easily liked, and he struggles to fit in. There's many quirks that make him lovable and cute. He wears a very adorable little coat. He loves marmalade sandwiches. He has excellent manners and loves to be chatty. He's always stuffing way too many items into his bag and losing them, or he's riding his bike and they're flying out of the basket. There's so many different things that Paddington does that make him very cute and unique. So here you can see some of her illustrations and a bit from the book. Paddington was a universally loved character. He was treasured for his optimism, his sense of fair play, and his perfect manners. And of course, his unintentional talent for comic chaos. And that's a quote from Michael Bond. And as you can see on the right, he's playing in the bathtub and just getting everything wet, and it's just very typical. And he's also trying to put his jacket on in the tub, which is sort of funny. Here are a couple other illustrations from Peggy. Since she illustrated so many of the books, there's fabulous illustrations online. She actually gathered much of her inspiration for Paddington when she was spending time in the London Zoo, which is situated right in Regent's Park, which is in central London. So the zoo is surrounded by this huge park right in the middle of everything in London, downtown London. This is an original drawing, actually, of the zoo from 1828. Super cool line drawing, lithograph style image. It's just great to see the plans that they had almost 200 years ago. Another interesting tidbit, actually, about Regent's Park Zoo, and where Peggy got a lot of her inspiration, is that it actually is the world's oldest zoo, and it was opened 192 years ago, back in 1828. And it's still open today. Well, it may not be open today, but it's still open in general. Here's an adorable picture of Paddington Bear eating a marmalade sandwich on a bench in Leicester Square in London. It's just very cute. The English love him. There's many statues of Paddington across the city. There's lots of great little tidbits about him all over London. So here are a couple other illustrations from Peggy. As he said, she was able to capture his spirit of optimism and gullibility in addition to his whimsy. I think a lot of us can relate to Paddington, sitting in bed, eating marmalade, and trying to work on paper sometimes in this time. Here Paddington's sleeping on a hammock, and he's also very pensive in thought. As you can see, he's always wearing his hat. He always has his jacket on. He is notorious for being well-dressed for the rain, which would be perfect for London. As you can see here too, Paddington has had many lives and many different illustrators besides Peggy. Peggy illustrated the first, I think, 8 books of the series, and there are over 15. So there were several other illustrators, which you'll see some of their illustrations coming up. To me, I grew up reading the classic Paddington Bear stories, so the pictures on the left actually remind me of my childhood more so than the ones on the right. But that might be different for you if you've read Paddington. Here you're going to see 2 pictures, one of Paddington painting, another of him holding a Union Jack flag. These I just thought were adorable since it shows how unique Paddington is. He's very talented. He also enjoys going and sightseeing. He has a lot of times traveling in his stories. Oops, sorry. Here's another one of Paddington. He's also, as you can see, he's an artist at heart. He's usually painting or drawing. He's got a little snail on his hat, little jar of marmalade next to him. Nothing could be better in life, I think, for him. Here are two great pictures where you can really see his jacket. As said earlier, his raincoat is super, super notorious. His hats have changed color throughout the years, but red seems to be the staple. And of course, he's got his marmalade jar with him, and it's dripping all over the floor, which is very Paddington. But he has nice manners, so he would probably go around and clean it up. So now that you kind of understand where construction came from and what our theme is, here's what we have to do. We've finished the first step, which is sketching it out and creating our theme. And from now until the building day, we have to actively start planning how we're going to use the cans, how we're going to structure it, gathering donations, planning networking events with the community, gathering support and interest from our local architects, engineers, designers, property managers, just anybody. If you're in film or if you just enjoy reading or art, this is a great opportunity to be involved in your community as well as help our team make the best Paddington Bear can structure. So if you're an engineer, and you know how to build with cans and want to help out, please email me. We're desperately needing some help with that, since I don't know how to use some of SketchUp and AutoCAD. So feel free to reach out if you'd like to donate some engineering help. I'm going to show you guys some of the sketches where we started and where we're going, and we'll take it from there. So on the left, you'll see the sketch that I started with about a month ago when we first started planning construction, and it was starting to come to life. I've got my measurements going. I've got kind of what I was thinking. And luckily, Taylor Thomas, who isn't on the call right now, she is actually at a house showing since she's a real estate agent, but she was so excited to join the team and said, absolutely, I can help out. And she was able to create this adorable little sketch for us to go off of. And it's going to be so cute once we create him out of cans. He's got his great little red hat. He's got his little jacket, his little boots, and his cute little face. She did a really great job taking it from my scary line drawing to a much more cute and animated sketch. So what's next and when? Our team has to work on our poster and our final drawings. We need to kind of finalize how we're going to build it, how many cans we need. This is a great time for us to start doing can drives and donations, as well as planning it out and physically testing these cans and making sure that we have a physically sound can structure. And then once we get past those two steps, we're going to be at build day, and it'll be time to start building our actual Paddington Bear construction and joining the event and going to the building museum and partnering up and making sure that we create the best and cutest little Paddington Bear construction. So how can you help? If you'd like to join our team, if you've done construction and you know all about it and you want to join our team, absolutely, we'd love to have you. We are so open to any type of person. You can be an architect, an engineer. You could also not be. You could be into design or not into design. We're super open, and we would love to partner with anybody who wants to help support the community and help support the Capital Food Area Bank and also AIA and construction as a whole. So if you'd like to volunteer or donate your time to drawing, planning, building the can structure, please just email me after the presentation and I will add you on the team and I can let you know all of those details. This could be us in like a few months. If you join our team, we will be building the best Paddington Bear structure, and it'll be super fun. It's at the Building Museum in DC. If you've never been there, it's a really, really beautiful building. It's so architecturally gorgeous and stunning on the inside. It's mesmerizing, and once it's filled with all of these great constructions, it's going to be just a really, really exciting opportunity. If you don't have time to join our team, we are also looking for partners for local events. We would love to team up with anybody who's in the local DMV area to promo construction, to promo the Capital Food Area Bank, and also make sure that we're letting people know about the event. and letting them know when it's coming up and how they can donate either money or canned goods. So if you'd like to partner on an event, please let me know. We can do digital, we could do in-person outside, socially distanced with masks and everything else, of course. We're super open to whatever kind of events seem the best for the community. Can drives are, of course, going to be top. Those would be a great way to get cans. Physical donations are also great. And then we were also thinking that networking events, marketing promos, social media blasts would be ideal. So if you're interested in helping us partner on any of those type of donations, can drives, networking events, let me know. After the event, just email me or call me and we can collaborate. So actually, speaking of that, after Thanksgiving, I know that tomorrow is Turkey Day and everybody's getting excited. So if you have already done your Thanksgiving shopping and you end up with some extra cans, just hold them aside and feel free to come and drop them off on December 8th, not November 8th, December 8th in Bethesda. Again, just email me or text me or call me for the info and I'll let you know where the can drop off location in Bethesda will be. They'll be accepted all day. We're trying to get a couple extra days in there so that it's not just one day, but if you end up going and doing your Turkey Day shopping today and you pick up a couple extra cans and want to donate those, of course, we would love them. That would be so helpful, and there's so many families in the DMV who would desperately need those cans and food, so it'd be really very helpful. So we will accept any unopened, unused can, unexpired too, of course. Please check the labels, make sure you're not buying something from 10 years ago or anything like that, but we are accepting all cans, unopened, unused, unexpired. But if you happen to have cans that are red, yellow, blue, or brown, those would be ideal so that we can use those for our Paddington Bear can structure. But we will accept any can that you would like to donate. And then the best way or the fastest way you can donate or to help out would be to donate to our page directly. The Capital Food Bank actually created us dedicated pages, which will be linked at the event afterwards, where you can go and donate $1, $5, $10, whatever makes sense for you. And that money is used directly to go to those DMV families who need the money. And luckily, since many companies match donations, this is a really great way if you want to support not only our team directly, but also the entire Capital Food Area Bank food drive and construction event as a whole. Let me know if you need help finding that link too later. I'm happy to show you where it is, and I'm happy to explain it and provide any extra info. AIA and Capital Area Food Bank have been so helpful with this event too, that if we have questions or if you have questions, feel free to let me know, and I'm happy to get those answered for you. Like I was saying, even if you can only donate $1, that's actually enough, because $1 equals 2 meals for the Capital Area Food Bank. Every dollar then goes to 2 people in need, and that's a huge, huge difference, especially in these times when there are a lot of people who really need help, especially people who have experienced, hardships from losing their jobs or medical issues. There can be a lot of people struggling, and as we approach the winter and some of these harder months, your generosity can definitely transform lives. So even if you can donate just $1 on our page, that would be great, and we would greatly appreciate it. We also will promo and thank you for your donation, and just let us know how you'd like us to tag you, and that can be, you can send me an email and we can make sure we give you a good shout out for that. So here's a super cool construction from the past. I love this truck. I thought it was super cool. I love Jeeps. My mom drives a bright orange Jeep, so kind of reminded me of that. It's just so cool how they made the tires, and the grill obviously is from a Jeep, but the cans itself really do look like a actual car. So here's another one that actually won Best Use of Labels. It's a gorgeous unicorn. I love the mixturing of colors, and they did a great job making the lines look super clean, and just the 3D elements of the wrapping around. Also, the eyelashes are adorable. So these are two of my particular favorites, Van Gogh and Batman. My dad is an avid Batman fan, so I sent him that picture and he was so excited. He was like, wow, you guys should do that. And I was like, it's not a children's book, but super, super cool. People have gotten so creative. And if you look at the left at Van Gogh, his face is just, it's so detailed, and just the ability to create color and texture and dimension through cans can be very unbelievable and just so ingenious. So I made a joke. This is an illustration of Paddington Bear dreaming up of what he's going to look like as a can structure. I can't wait. I'm getting super, super excited. Just to reiterate, if you guys can donate to our page, please let us know. This presentation will be up as a website, so everything will be clickable, and you'll be able to just go directly to our page to donate, even if it's $1, $5, $10. Whatever is comfortable for you. And also the company matching part is super helpful, so I'll make sure I link that in the event afterwards. These mushrooms have been a circulating favorite. They're so cool how they're tilted and just the shaping on them. So we're starting to use these pictures as a way to get inspired for our Paddington Bear and how we're going to make sure he looks alive and has movement and captures all of his whimsy and uniqueness. This cobra was super cool. I love the tail. They did a great job creating dimension. It also really does look like scales as well, which is very unique. Another really great kind of fun alligator crocodile can structure. They did a great job creating the teeth and the mouth, and also just the shading, variation of shading with the cans. People are so creative, and that's why Construction is such a fun event. Not only do we get to help families in need, but we also get to create beautiful statues that are just so crazy. Like, this is all cans, and it's a cute little sea turtle. Anybody who's a Carmen San Diego fan may recognize this. This is a very cool one as well. I love how they did it sort of as a background and side profile view of her, and made the forefront be, or like the ground be, actually the 3D element. Very, very unique, and they did a great job creating the image of her without, or like the likeness of her really, without being super direct. This is one of the most adorable little submarines I've ever seen. I love this one so much. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it makes me think of the Beatles song, or I'm not sure, but I just find this one so cute. Maybe it's the little crab in the bottom. It's adorable. So here is a statue of Michael and Paddington in London, just to remind you that we're doing Paddington Bear for Construction DC 2021. We're super, super, super excited. So if you need anything, please feel free to call or email me with questions. If you want to donate to our team, if you want to join our team, or if you want to actually help us build our Paddington Bear construction, just call me, email me. That's my cell phone number and my email address. I'm also on LinkedIn, so feel free, even if you have questions about what I've talked about today, or if you have more questions about any of it, please just let me know. I'm happy to answer questions. I'm happy to help in any way I can. I'll be adding our new teammates after the holiday, so stay tuned for that. And if you're joining our team and planning to join, make sure you send me your headshot and your title and contact info, and I'll add you to the team roster, and you'll be part of the update. So it's me. I'm Layla Gilbert. I'm the DC Commercial Cosentino sales rep. I'm team leading. We've got Taylor Thomas, who is one of our artists, and DC community leaders. And then we have David Welk, who is our Baltimore Metro Cosentino commercial sales rep, and he is handling support from the Maryland side. We're super, super thankful that all of us are on this team and joined together in this great event with AIA, Capital Food Bank, and Construction. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to share with you our plan, how we came up with it, where kind of construction came from and kind of the history on Paddington Bear, so you can see how excited we are and where we may go with this. Feel free to ask questions in the event. I will be here, and if you want to like join us on our team today, or if you have any questions, feel free to call me, feel free to email me, and we will let you be on our team and see you at construction. Thank you guys again. Happy Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody stays well and safe, and have a great afternoon.